Hi Virgos, it's time for your July 2019 Oracle Blessing. So before we get started, let's just take a moment to sit nice and tall. You can place one hand on your heart space, one hand on your belly, closing your eyes. Just breathing a few deep breaths. And just noticing how you're feeling into your body. If there's anything you're yearning for, any questions you have, any pain you're experiencing. And then lift your attention upward, right above the crown of your head, connecting to your higher self. And I'd like you to give your higher self permission to connect with my higher self. And in this space, let's also connect with our spirit guides, our ancestors, our well ancestors, our archangels, the universe, Reiki masters, whoever else you'd like to call in, as long as they're in the light. And while we're connected throughout this reading, may you receive whatever insights are necessary to bring you into alignment with your highest good, to receive the most out of the month ahead, to be held by spirit, to feel your connection to all that is. And as our time together ends, our connection will also end. May you receive peace in all areas of your life. So when I say that we're connecting, I'm not giving you any of my energy and you're not giving me any of your energy. We're talking about higher, kind of universal energy, Reiki energy. So I'm not taking anything from you and I'm not giving you any of my stuff, just to be clear. And when this video is over, we'll no longer be connected. Right, so Virgos rising, Sun, Moon, and Venus. What does Spirit want you to know? What does Spirit have to offer you as advice for the month ahead to help you be more in alignment, to help you get the most out of this month, to help you be in better service to the highest good, your highest good, living your best life. So Virgos, I have Virgo Venus. So I'm happy because I have Virgo Venus, but so for your advice card from the tarot deck, the Ethereal Visions tarot deck, you receive the Two of Cups, which is a message of union and partnership and love. So it's like two people offering, I have a cup and you have a cup and we're offering it to each other. So this is a good message of kind of keeping your heart open to connections, new connections, romance, love, but also partnership in any area of your life. I think maybe July is going to be a really wonderful month for you to just kind of feel into the energy of already having your soulmate connection. So even if you aren't physically in relationship with your soulmate, or if you are, but even if you're not physically in relation to your soulmate, starting to feel into, just like we were just doing in that meditation, the connection in a higher realm. So say we're living in the 3D, you can start to develop your relationship with your soulmate in the 5D. So the things that you would want to say or share with your soulmate, you can start to do that in meditation or before you're going to sleep. And you can kind of just send it like, soulmate, whoever you are, and share the message of peace, of love, and see what happens when you tap into this. I've been doing this meditation a little bit lately, and it's just so fun. Like I tap into it and like, okay, soulmate energy, and I'm overwhelmed with joy and love, and so I think that might be something really good to work with, and it will help you to tame down some of that kind of critical energy. Virgos are so amazing in so many ways. They see beauty in such a way that it's incredible, right? But they also see what's not right in a very incredible way. So taking yourself out of the physical manifestation of your reality a little bit and coming up into that other energy, I think will be pretty productive for you and allow you to be a little bit more dreamy this season and less in your head. All right, so what does the chakra deck have as advice for our Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign? So the Venus sign, when we call it, and it's usually advice for your romantic life, but it's really interesting which signs you associate with. Like I noticed my Taurus rising has a lot to do with like my more ball and chain type energies, whereas like my Cancer, if I'm listening to readings and stuff, my Cancer sun has more to do with like the future, like what I'm trying to manifest. And my Virgo is more of like what's going on in the relationships sector. It's really dead on. And I don't really ever look into my moon because I'm Scorpio moon and I feel some sort of way about it. I'm not a huge fan. I have Scorpio energy in my own chart. I think Scorpios are amazing. So good. So sexy and creative and fun. So do we have a message for Virgos in the chakra deck to keep in mind for July 2019 and how to get into alignment? Okay. So here we have discovery. So far, all of the cards that I picked for the signs have been root chakra cards. So you're being guided to meditate and to connect. You can see it, right? It's the same message that I just said for the Two of Cups. The consistency is really beautiful. So this is, the glowing heart, like tapping into your heart space and connecting with this higher vibration of energy and seeing what's there. Opening yourself up to possibility that, what you think is the best possible outcome is chump change in comparison to what's really, really possible for you. And what you need to do is just do some soul, not soul searching, but soul connection so that you can start to tap into that. But it's really, right, it's the visual of tapping with the higher self. You're being invited to meditate, heart meditation. Summer is the season of heart healing. It's a season of bliss. So really, really as often as possible, tapping into the heart and maybe starting that communication with your soulmate. And even if you're already with your soulmate, starting to communicate in this way, they don't even need to know about it, but starting to like move into that more vibrational field and just see how it transforms your relationship. All right, so for that was fast. For the what are these guys called? The Sacred Rebels deck, I picked Heaven Sent 33. This is more soulmate energy. Are you guys going to fall in love? What's going on? Are you in love right now? you're being called to not control things, to not manipulate things into being, but to really just kind of to trust in the universe, to trust in spirit, to just do your practice, to meditate, to feel into your energy, to feel into your heart, and to clearly tap into your intuitive center. And if you have an inner knowing of what's true, then that is probably what's true. There's been so many times in my life where I've completely doubted my intuition, and then in retrospect just been like, oh my God, like I've known this all along. Why didn't I just listen? And usually it doesn't happen around this subject matter, but we know, we have an inner knowing. It's very, very deep. The way that we think we need to learn truth has been taught to us, but it's not necessarily the only way to know truth. We know, we can feel when we walk into a room where someone's really coming from. They can be smiling at us and giving us roses and flowers, but we can feel in our heart intuitively if they hate us, if they have bad intentions, right? So the same can be true if someone is showing that they're not all that into you, but you can feel that they're kind of really into you, right? So this kind of feeling, but also I think overall trusting that the universe is going to bring in what you need, and to not manipulate it, to not force it into being, to not use self-will, to not use ego, but to tap into this kind of higher dreamy trust as often as you can. Telling Virgos to not control things. Earth signs love to control things, right? But it's because we're just trying to protect everyone, make things great and perfect. It's well intended. All right, so from the Goddess Oracle, what do Virgos need to hear for the month ahead for July 2019? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Advice for their highest good, to be in alignment, to be on path, and to get the most out of the month. This deck, here we go. All right. I don't know. All right, these are 2 cards, so I'm not going to take them because it's confusing, but I think it's interesting because you've had such a lovey deck. You have sexuality and motherhood, and you're Virgo, right? So you're like Mother Mary. And this kind of brings up some of the Virgin Mary kind of metaphors to my mind, right? So we've been talking about like tapping into like this higher connection, right? And then we have this message of heaven sent and kind of miracles and whatnot. So there's that. I also think maybe we want to make sure that we're careful while we are enjoying our time with maybe other people, so that no babies are made that are not yet wanted beforehand. But I think being your own mother, right, to taking care of yourself, making sure that you are feeling loved and aligned and nurtured and nourished, so that when you are in connection with this person, you feel good. And it seems like a little bit of a blessing to get in touch with your sexuality, to release shame around that, and to release anything sexually related that you might have inherited from your mother, any ideas about it, anything that's not serving you. Can I get 1 card for Virgo for the month of July? 1 message. Seems like Virgo's gonna have a really sexy July. That's awesome. And you might be making some babies. All right, so they just want to give me more than 1 card each time. I'm not predictive at all, but you don't need to predict a future to say, practice safe sex, right? Especially if you're not ready to have a baby. But maybe you're a little fertile. If you want to have a baby, this might be a good time for you since you have all this soulmate energy. Just paying attention if you're ovulating and all that good stuff. Good. All right. One card, please. If you don't come soon, I'm just going to pick one. Maybe they were your 2 cards. I should have just given them. Wow. All right. What do you have here? Inspiration. Okay, Bridget. Beautiful. I think this is really just that same message, right? So inspiration is just like energy from spirit coming down and giving you this kind of new perspective, a new idea to work with. And if you follow this, if you're doing your practice, you're meditating, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing your Reiki, if you are a Reiki practitioner, the universe is going to kind of just give you the information so that you can go about life in a way that's going to bring you this soulmate connection, right? So you don't need to worry about it. Just kind of like follow the information that's being given to you, connecting with your intuition through meditation, allowing yourself to be in this state of kind of like exploration when you're meditating, like, ooh, what happens when I do this? Kind of making up your own practice and being open to this soulmate connection, right? So even if it's your own partner, maybe there's going to be you can rekindle that. But allowing for inspiration to guide you. Okay? All right, that's the end of our time together. Virgos, I hope that you have a very pleasurable month and you enjoy it very, very much. And I will see you next month. Namaste.